Welcome back to my channel. There's a certain kind of woman you meet in life. One who doesn't flirt loudly, doesn't chase, doesn't throw her scent on your orbit like others do. She's not giggling around you. She's no texting late at night, and she's definitely not posting hints on social media hoping you'll notice. In fact, if you didn't know any better, you'd think wasn't interested at all. But here, that's the paradox. She's the one, huh? Feels the most. She's the one who thinks about you more than she wants to admit. She's the one whose heart races when you walk into thumb, but whose pride won't let a chow on her face. Because when a woman likes you deeply, it's not casual. It's not fun and games, personal ... It's raw, and it terrifies her, shake a normal around you, or even distant. She might avoid your eyes. She might keep things light and detached. But ton surfaces, a whirlwind of off emotion as she's trying to control Bez deep down. She knows you're a different and different dangerous. Different means she could get hurt. Different means she'll lose control. And so, ta-da fling in, she pulls back. But here's what most men miss. Even when she hides it, her feelings leave behind a trail. Dead in her eyes, dot in her tone, dot in her body language, dot in her silence. And once you understand how to read that trail, we'll never again left wondering what's really going on. So, in this video, I'm going to show you 7 hidden behaviors that were municipally when they secretly like you to plea but don't want any. And these are in the obvious scenes you've heard 1,000 times. These are the subtle patterns, the hidden confessions, the emotional reflexes that betray us, too proud or too afraid to say out loud. If you've ever felt like a woman like D, but was pulling away at the time, if you've ever sensed a connection, but couldn't figure out why suddenly be chemical, quieter, or more formal, you're about to understand Xly, why, and what to do next. Let's dive in. Most men walk through life blind to what's right in front of them. They wait for the obvious scenes. They wait for a woman to better act clear and expressive. They wait forwards. But there's the truth most men have learned. The deeper her feelings go, the quieter she becomes. Because even when a woman truly likes you, not casually, not playfully, not the "I'll text him back in a few hours" or kind of off licking, but the deep-sounding kin fat itches her emotionally. She doesn't bam louder about it. She becomes more careful. Suddenly, she's overthinking every move, trying not to stare. She's trying not to let her voice shake. She's trying to pretend she's fine when she's standing inches away from the one. Mama's got her heart beating out off rhythm, ... And in her mind, that's 04. Because real desire isn't just exiting, it's destabilizing. It threatens her emotional control. She's been trying to keep buried, and it makes her ask terrifying questions. What if he doesn't feel the same? What if I show too much too soon? What if I open myself and guard again? So what does she do? She has it. She masks it with indifference. She builds walls with politeness, ... She turns down the loom of her bitty language while her heart pounds. Bend the silence. And this is where 99% of men go wrong. They assume she's not interested. They assume her distance means disconnection. They assume herness means move on. But for those who have developed disciple of awareness, the calm, stoic ability to observe subtle energy shifts, to feel, or without needing her to speak, to notice signs she'd even realize, shifts giving men see the truth, and because of these, see what most can't. They become what most women never find. This video is for that man, the man who doesn't chase, the man who doesn't beg for attention. The man who watches the room in silence and reads everything loud and clear. Today, and going to you. The hidden behaviors. Women discipline when they go deeply, but can't admit it. These are the tricks or reclashes. These are the emotional fingerings of real male desire. The patterns that escape even the most emotionally guarded women. 'Cause while her lips may stay silent, her body will speak. Her energy will shift, and her eyes will tell the whole story. But you're wise enough to notice. Let's get into it. 1. Camus emotionally guarded, right when you expect openness at first glance. Chaz is polite, maybe even cold. She makes emo laughs at the right moments and carries herself with confidence. Mutt things get real when you look her in the eyes, ask a question, fat cuts deeper, or say something's answer. Her entire energy shifts. She pulls back. Her posture tightens. Her tone becomes safer, more calculated. Sure, directs the conversation or brushes it off with humor. Now, most men misinterpret this as a lack of interest. But the truth, she's emotionally guarding herself because she likes you too much, and she doesn't want to give that part away. You've triggered something real in her, and it will scar her. She's not being cold. She's protecting herself from a feeling that's quickly growing beyond her control. And instead of expressing it, she retreats behind a mask of distance. The more she senses your emotional intelligence. 4. She tests not to play games. Booty, can you handle the fire behind her silence, or will you misread her like every other man has before? 2. She tries to still hide her attention, but her subconscious is giving her away. She'll pretend not to look or talk to others while you're near. She might not even say hello when you enter the room, but then you catch her glancing. When she thinks you are not watching, you feel her presence around you more often. Because she laughs at you or jokes, even when she's not part of a conversation. She positions herself where she can hear you, since you feel your energy without her saying a word to you. Why? Because she's interested, but she doesn't want you or anyone else. Oh no. So she does what? So many emotionally intelligent women do, Winter. Overwhelmed by her presence around you, she starts managing her presence, hiding behind normal behavior, while her interior nervous system is begging for connection. She's paying attention to you, your words, your tone, your energy, all of it. Even when her eyes avoid, her focus is razor sharp. And here's the hidden truth. The woman who avoids you the most might be the one who's thinking about you the most. 3. She overcorrects entirely just to keep herself composed. There's a moment when a woman realizes you've impacted her emotionally, not just physically, not just intellectually, but emotionally. And when that happens, something strange occurs. She doesn't flirt more. Most mechanical, polished, distant do. It's her shield. She avoids casual couches. She stopped joking as much. She speaks carefully. Not because she wants chop issue away, but because she's trying to stay composed while her feelings are rare aspiring underneath the surface. This is the paradox. The deeper hair attraction runs, the more proper sheet beckons, as if professional distance is emotional intimacy, as if treating you like a stranger could quiet fire inside her. And yet the signal waist leg through the hesitation in her voicey, unsorry boundaries. The constant of correction. It's not ejection, it's restraint. And it means you're more powerful in her world than she's read. Admit for sure mirrors you not consciously be instinctive. One of the most primal sins of connection. When simians emotional sense with you, they begin consciously. Copy your body language, rhythm, tone, and gestures. And when a woman likes you deeply, but is trying to keep it hidden, mirroring becomes a silent lake of her suppressed emotions. She might sip the way you sit, cross her legs when you do, sip or drink after you sip your earth. Match your emotional energy when you speak. This is the flattery. It's not manipulation. It's chemistry that's too strong to contain. It's her emotional system attuning to yours, even when her words say nothing at all. And here's where those stoic men pass you. Don't look for watches. You read how she moves around you, how she responds to your stillness, how she matches your calm without realizing. That kind of subconscious sensing is never fake. Raw attraction, bleeding heart, the mask of normally. 5. She brings up other men, but watches you closely. When she does, when a woman likes you, but is trying to gauge your interior or protect her pride, she'll mention other men in passing. My friend said something funny about men are the worst. But the key, she isn't telling you about those men. She's watching you. She wants to know. Are you listening? Are you affected? Do you seem disinterested or possessive? Do I shift? Do you stay calm? It's not a game. It's emotional calmness. It's trying to radio without exposing herself. Because if she has fallen for you, she's also afraid of offing alone. And so cautiously, intentionally, and if you remain steady and fist masculine, curious but not reactive, you show her something powerful. You have kind of man who doesn't flinch, and that's exactly of man swans to open up to. Sick. She tells you off stories, then retreats into safety. One moment she's telling you about her childhood, the next she's changing the subject. 1 minute she gets vulnerable, then immediately pulls back with a laugh or a joke. This icy motion exposure in real time, she gives you a glimpse off her heart. But Asa Kin Sheffield feels seen. She hides a tag in. Why? Because the touched a nerve. You've reached ass pace inside of her that moss men never reach. Can as much as she wins to God, dip her, just afraid of what you'll see, and whether you'll stay. So she gives you breadcrumbs of depth at tiny tests of safety. Silent invitations for connection, masked as casual stories. But if you respond with presence, nourish, no pressure, no judgment, that's when she begins to you with story. And once a woman trusts you, emotionally, she starts giving you something even more valuable than hero tension. Her truth points. Even Shetty appears emotionally not to reject you, but to contain her. The hardest on to accept, in the most misunderstood. Sometimes when a woman truly likes you, she distances herself emotionally. Physically, suddenly, no warning, no reason, just a shift. You'll feel her fade from your world. And I feel you'll assume she's last interest. But reality, she's overwhelmed by the depth of her feelings. And her first instinct is control. She needs space to think that, to analyze, to protect their dignity, to not falling for a man. We might not fall back, the silent sighs and ejection it. It's the self-preservation. She's stepping away to keep her overtaking her judgment, an airy paradox. If you chase or if you panic, she claws tighter. But if you stay calm, grounded in your masculine essay, remembers why she felt so drawn to you in the first place, and eventually churns not with wolves. It's time. But with curiosity to base, you've shown her thought emotional diff doesn't have to mean emotional case. So now that you've assigned these signs, you understand what most men ever will, that when a woman likes you deeply, it doesn't always look like what you expect. It's why. It's not always oi. It's not always loud meeses. A subtle silence, a sudden distance, a careful glance, shift in energy that speaks louder than any words could. And the difference between average man and the grounded, emotionally aware man is that average man gets confused, impatient, or insecure. Hand answers he wants proof. He chases what's already triento come toward H, and doing so, pushes it away. But the high volume and a stoic man he doesn't rush. Hedo sent him. He senses who waits. Because Henoset traction isn't Talaway's shown. Seto's hidden because it's real. And if she's hiding how she feels, a boo, that alone is a sign. You vetoed something deeper than surface-level interest. Sod question your worth. Don't chase after clarity. That time will reveal. Instead, remain calm, remain grounded, and let her energy show your hot words won't, because eventually won't be able to hide it. Now, if video had something in you, if it gave you insight you've never heard before, but helped you finally do it, a certain woman may be feeling. Don't leave without doing one small thing. Tap that like button, not for Thor, but to tell me your annual human woke actually gets it. Hit subscribe if you're ready to leave by hint surface-level dating advice and step into a deeper understanding of male psychology, traction, and stoic masculinity. Don't click that bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next, because here on Stoic Paradox, we don't play games. We master the inner world. And if there is a woman in your life right now who's been sending mixed signals, it's confusing energy or emotional puzzles. Let me know when I read everything. I respond when I can, and I always keep it real. Remember, this real connection, isn't it tits subtle? It's emotional. Do it stoic. And once you learn to read between the lines, you'll never gain. Mistake distance for disinterested. Until next time, stay calm, stay clear, stay grounded. And this is Andu Vajastas, a level Mossman never reach heal. See you in the next one. Thank you watching for this video.